Evening peeps, good evening everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget as well to like and share the vids. All right, let's just jump straight in and see what there is to talk about today. Let's start with this one. Artur Beterbiev, Anthony Yarde face-to-face at final press conference. I have watched it. I have seen the photos. I can't wait. We don't have long to wait. Remember, we are doing a live watch-along for this fight. We're going to get going at 8:30, so a bit later than last week's one, just because I'm not that keen on the undercard. I will watch it, but we'll get going at 8:30. We'll do what we normally do, get predictions, build up, etc., etc., and then we will commentate on the main event. But yeah, back to it. Look, both men said very little. I think both clearly focused and zoned in now. And look, again, we don't have long to wait. Beterbiev in those stare downs just looks so intimidating. He just looks scary, doesn't he? Is it just me? It's weird because he's so softly spoken, but again, we all know what he's like in the ring. He's a bit of a killer, right? He's a machine. 18 fights, 18 wins, 18 knockouts. Perfect. Perfect. That doesn't really tell the story of his fights because, look, there have been some fights where, you know, he's been in trouble a little bit. He's been hurt, but he gets the job done. I think that's the most important thing. I have started to see a few pro boxers get behind Yarde. I saw Errol Spence tweet something that he thinks Yarde, something along the lines of he thinks Yarde's going to win or he's behind Yarde. Now, I'm not quite sure if he's picking Yarde to win because he knows Yarde or he's picking Yarde to win because he just thinks Yarde's going to win. But I feel a lot of people in the boxing world are giving Yarde more than just a puncher's chance. Like, this isn't just I'm giving him a puncher's chance. So when I do my percentage and I give him a 15-20% chance, that's because Yarde's a big puncher and he could hurt Beterbiev. I think a lot of people are seeing things that I don't see, and Errol Spence, I guess, being one of them. But look, it should be fun. I will give my final prediction tomorrow. I'm going to do a video tomorrow. G-Man's in the studio with me tomorrow. We're going to record something. I was going to do a live tomorrow. I'm still 50-50 with it just because Man City are taking on Arsenal in the FA Cup, and you've got to pick your battles. I don't know who's going to watch the live when Man City are on, so we'll probably just do a couple of videos, but I will put up the prediction video that me and G-Man do straight away, so I'll look out for that one tomorrow. Wilder says Fury-Usyk's a 50-50 fight. Depends on who's going to cheat the hardest. Wow. I mean, geez, strong words. It's funny though, someone did say something to me about Usyk the other day, about his size. I don't know if you guys saw a photo of Usyk in, I think it was in swimming trunks, and he looked really downsized, and someone said like, wow, how much weight does he put on to be a heavyweight? And look, everyone's going to sort of point the stick at him, but look, unless he fails a VADA test or UCAD test, he's 100% clean as far as I'm concerned. Fury, I guess, look, the jury's out, right? Just because there is a history there. There's a past there, right? That boar meat scandal with him and I think it was Hughie Fury. But look, Wilder will always think that Fury's cheated. That's never, ever going to go away. He'll take it with him to his grave. And look, I don't know. He'll know more than we do about what happens behind the scenes and the reason he has so many sort of vague suspicions about Tyson Fury. But yeah, that's his answer to that question. I think that's a good segue to the Eubank Liam Smith situation. Obviously, Liam Smith getting the job done against Chris Eubank on Saturday, getting the knockout victory in the 4th round, ref stopping the fight. Chris Eubank, since then, or at least in the last couple of hours, his team, I think, have lodged an appeal or a complaint to the British Boxing Board of Control due to the use of Liam Smith's elbow. Now, I'm not quite sure how you guys feel about this. I tweeted like, no, don't do this. But look, there was a use of an elbow. It was there. Now, only Chris Eubank Jr. will know how much of an impact that connection of the elbow had on him losing the fight. Personally, I don't think it did have the impact that Chris is claiming it did, but there was an elbow, and I think that elbow caused a big swelling on his eye. I'm not quite sure what the British Boxing Board of Control are going to do with this. I'll be shocked if they turn it into a no contest, but Chris has already now started the play for the rematch, right? the built-in excuse is there now. You guys saw the elbow. He elbowed me. That's the reason I went down. That's the reason he was able to land a flurry of punches. That's the reason he won the fight. That's what Chris's play is here. So yeah, that's what's happening as we speak. And look, I know some people are not going to like it. I'm probably in the I don't like it camp, but there was an elbow. For me, it was unintentional. That doesn't matter when it comes to Chris, because regardless of it being intentional or unintentional, if Chris says it hurt him and caused him to sort of take a step back and that's not been able to defend himself and get caught with a couple more punches, then who knows? I don't know. Again, I don't think that is the reason, but having watched it back, he does get caught. I don't necessarily like excuses. I don't know if that's an excuse. Like, I mean, the first excuse Chris said straight after the fight was he landed a lucky punch or a punch from the gods or something like that, a punch that he could never throw again. No. Liam Smith landed a few punches. It was not one lucky punch. Even at the end, I don't know, it was the second or the third round, he landed a really good body shot. Yeah. And I think what that body shot did, go and watch the fight back. I've watched it back a few times. He lands a body shot. What that body shot does is I think it hurt Chris a lot. So when Liam's backing Chris up, Chris is actually tucking up because of the body shot. He doesn't want to get that again. And I think that's why he leaves upstairs open. Plus, obviously, he fights with his hands down now, which is stupid, very stupid. But look, what do you guys think? Again, if you've watched it, try and be neutral on this. That's what I'm trying to do. Me being neutral is me seeing there was an elbow. Me not agreeing is I don't think the elbow, was intentional. I don't think the elbow is the reason that Chris got stopped. But again, only Chris will know. But what do you guys think? Do you think it played a big part? If so, what? 50%? 100%? What do you guys think? But look, it does look like Chris, if Chris goes down this route, then there's going to be a rematch. There's going to be a rematch, and I'll be surprised if Chris himself hasn't released a statement. So I expect there now to be all systems go for these two to fight in the summer at Anfield. And if you're Chris, you're going to want to say, you know what? No, he didn't beat me. It was the elbow that caused the problem. I think we saw Roy Jones put up a few photos on his Instagram talking about it as well. So that's clearly not just a Chris Eubank situation. I know Callie Saulam was the one that released the statement, but that's a Chris Eubank, that's a Roy Jones. It's a collective decision to appeal the decision. That appeal is not going to get anywhere, trust me, but it will stoke the fire now for a second fight. I don't know if I want to see a second fight. Again, I don't think Chris is comfortable making 160. I think Liam will take it at 164 just because of the money involved, but it is what it is. I think there's bigger money in the Golovkin fight and there's bigger rewards. I don't know if Liam will beat Golovkin. I'm not quite sure, but I think there's bigger rewards. But if I'm Liam, if I've knocked you out once, I'll knock you out again. So if I'm Liam, I have no fear and no hesitation to go on with Chris again. I just want to make sure that I'm getting that. And I think he will get that. All right, what's this one from Baumgardner? Stacked shows like this put more eyes on the sport and my career. Yeah, Baumgardner gets her undisputed reign, potential reign underway. When's she fighting? Next week, Saturday, February the 4th, if I'm correct. She's fighting for the undisputed belt. Remember, it was supposed to be Choi. Choi is going to be, champion emeritus, whatever that shit is. But yeah, Baumgardner should win and will win. Amanda Serrano's on that card as well. I still like the Baumgardner Serrano fight a lot. I like the Serrano Taylor fight, but there's something about Baumgardner Serrano which I think would just be fireworks. It will be quite similar, I think, to Taylor Serrano. I think both of these girls will just bite on the gum shield and swing, and both of them can punch. And there's not that big difference in weight. Remember, Serrano to Taylor's 9 pounds. Serrano to Baumgardner's 4 pounds. Serrano would happily just go to 130 rather than 135. So I like it. I really do. And I'm surprised they've not tried to push for that one. I think it makes sense. Undisputed at 126, potentially versus undisputed at 130. I think it's a fantastic fight. Benavidez, I'm going to beat the fuck out of Caleb Plant. And I'm very excited to say that, yeah, that fight done for my birthday, March 25th. Good to see it get announced. Really, really good fight. You could argue that this is number 2 and 3 at £168, or at least the way people have it. I think. No, I think so. But yeah, looking forward to seeing how that one pans out. Chris Billam-Smith open to facing Kovalev, but prefers Opataya or Riakporhe. It's funny that Kovalev's now at cruiserweight. Too small for cruiserweight. Too small. These guys are enormous. Yeah, if you're Chris Billam-Smith, I mean, the one you should be going for is Opataya. Obviously, look, he caused a shock beating Maris Bradis. I don't think you should go the Riakporhe route. You've lost to him once. There's nothing in it. Do you know what I mean? Unless there's big money being offered, there's no world title. Whereas Opataya might be a lower profile fight, but there's a title there. There's a world title, so it just means more. So if I'm Chris Billam-Smith, of all those options, Kovalev, Opataya, Riakporhe, Opataya, all day long. Dangerous fight, but that's what you should be aiming for. Smith Eubank, a bit here from Ben Shalom, says the dream is to stage the rematch at Liverpool's Anfield Stadium. See, they've already started it. They've already started to it. So, yeah, I don't know. Look, we'll see. We'll see if it happens. It looks like it will happen. Again, money talks. If there's money in it, we'll see. And again, the play from Sowlands and Eubank and Roy Jones now about the elbow. I think we all know what they're doing. What's this one? De La Hoya eager to sign Edgar Berlanga to Golden Boy. Come talk to us or we'll fly to you. I feel like I've seen a new energized De La Hoya in the last few weeks. Is it just me? I feel like we're seeing more videos from him, more tweets from him talking about fights, things he wants to happen in the sport. I mean, look, Edgar Berlanga's an interesting one. There's clearly something there. He's got a bit of a fan base. I think his profile's taken a bit of a beating because he obviously went on that fantastic knockout win record, and then he's had a couple of hiccups, not defeats, but just bad performances. So I feel like, yeah, I do feel like that stable, the Golden Boy stable, is a bit thin of just names. Like it's got a lot of fighters in it, but when you think of who they are, I feel like it does need a bit more. And Berlanga is a name, so I can understand why Oscar would look to sign him, and I could also understand why. Who's he with? Is he with Top Rank? Is he with Top Rank or PBC? Whoever he's with, anyway, I can understand why they're thinking you're maybe not going to be that guy. So I can understand why Oscar wants to give it a go and see what they can do with him, and why the other promoters, who's Berlanga with? It's going to bug me, that is. Why do I feel like it is Top Rank? Is it Top Rank? Yeah, I think he is with Top Rank. Yeah, he's with Top Rank. I can understand why they're thinking you're not going to do the numbers we thought. I mean, you exploded onto the scene, but then it's gone now. It's kind of plateaued a little bit. So yeah. All right. Anything else? What's this? Tommy Fury. If you want to throw millions at me to beat a man who can't fight, no problem. All right, we'll see. We'll see, man. We haven't got long. All right, February 25th, it looks like Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury will happen. I'm actually looking forward to it. I am. I really am. Teofimo Lopez's dad here says that Teofimo Lopez looked sharp in the Sandor Martin fight. You might have to watch that again, if I'm honest with you. I don't believe that, but it is what it is. I mean, Teo's plateaued a lot. For me, his boxing IQ looks like it's taken a step backwards. He's mentally looks a bit fragile. Yeah, from where he was after the Loma win to now, yeah, he's taken a bit of a hit. Obviously, we all know what happened with the Kambosos fight, but I feel like, yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Eddie Hearn believes that Callum Smith will be next to fight the winner of Beterbiev versus Yard. I hope not. I hope it's Bivol, but obviously Eddie knows what's going on behind the scenes. I just feel like we need an announcement now about Boatsi Bivol. Again, I think we're going to get so many announcements in the light heavyweight division after the weekend, and we'll all know where we are. But yeah, look, I mean, Callum Smith versus the winner is good. I do think Callum Smith's going to headline a show in Liverpool March 11th. I'll be shocked if he's not headlining that. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't mind Callum Smith Beterbiev. I think Callum Smith's a fantastic fighter. So yeah, we'll see how that one plays out. Right, anything else before we wrap? I think that is it. I think we are done. All right, guys and girls. Again, 50-50 on the live tomorrow, but we will 100% be doing the live watch along Saturday, 8:30. Make sure you tune in. Peace.